Thank you for your interest as a volunteer for the 8th Annual Thanksgiving Extrav hosted by Think Outside the Block. Before we get started, please take a moment to follow us on our social media platforms to keep up with Think Outside the Block and our upcoming initiatives. You can follow us on Facebook at Think Outside the Block, Instagram at Think Outside the Block, and Twitter at Think Out the Block. Thank you for joining the movement as a Think Outside the Block volunteer. You are an integral part of our success. As a volunteer, you will share knowledge, wisdom, and experience with others, enjoy the pleasures that come with helping, remain an active and vital member of the community, meet new people, develop new skills, and discover new experiences. Also, receive recognition for your services to the community. Your involvement helps us to enhance the standard of living for community stakeholders and residents alike, expand awareness, develop partnerships to address resident needs, and advocate for community rights. The mission of the 8th Annual Thanksgiving Extrav is to enhance the standard of health, comfort, and happiness in the Inglewood community through collective impact and the provision of safe spaces. Volunteers are our most valuable resource. You represent Think Outside the Block. We want to ensure that being associated with our organization is something you can be proud of. As a volunteer, you are free to set your availability. To ensure that all attendees have a great experience, we ask that you please be prepared to fulfill your volunteer commitments. Volunteers are asked to accept those assignments best suited to your talents and skills, participate in orientation and training programs, be respectful at all times, be accountable, and be willing to use and teach new ideas. Our volunteer positions for the 8th Annual Thanksgiving Extrav are as follows. Activity attendant. Activity attendants will be responsible for manning our designated activity stations for participants. Activity support. We are in need of several volunteers to serve as support for our activity attendants. These volunteers will be responsible for providing refreshments and general support to our activity attendants during the event. Bagger. Our baggers are responsible for bagging and delivering our frozen turkeys to all registered guests. Barber. We are in need of licensed barbers, beauticians, braiders, and nail technicians to groom and style our school-age youth. Canteen. We are in need of volunteers to hand out refreshments during the event. Registration. We are also in need of tech-savvy volunteers able to utilize the Eventbrite Organizer application on their mobile device. Training will be provided, but registrars must provide their own mobile device. Setup and cleanup. These volunteers will need to arrive 2 hours before the start of the event to assist in setting up the facility for the event. We also need volunteers willing to assist with disassembling the venue at the conclusion of the event. On behalf of the Think Outside the Block team, thank you for all you've done and all you continue to do to move us closer to a unified community. For general information, please contact us at 708-627-0447. You can also email us at info@thinkoutsidetheblock.org. We hope you can join us as a volunteer for the 8th Annual Thanksgiving Extrav. To volunteer, please visit bit.ly/TODB volunteer registration. Again, bit.ly/TODB volunteer registration. And as always, keep in touch with us via social media by following us on Facebook at Think Outside the Block, Instagram at Think Outside the Block, and Twitter at Think Out the Block. Thank you.